Every physical object that crosses a border, everything you have ever imported without knowing it, is secretly wearing a number. A code 6 to 10 digits long that you never see and never chose. And that hidden number quietly decides how much it costs to move the thing across the world, and therefore what you pay for it. Stay with me, because by the end, you will never look at an imported price tag the same way again. Start with a customs officer's impossible job. Every day, millions of different products pour across every border on earth, and each one must be taxed, counted, and checked. But a shirt is not called a shirt in every language, and miscellaneous goods tells you nothing. For trade to work, the entire world needs to agree, precisely, on what every single thing actually is. So the world built a shared secret language of numbers. It is called the harmonized system, and it assigns every category of product on the planet its own code. Live horses have a number, human hair has a number, unicycles have a number. Whatever you are importing, somewhere in this vast catalog is a code that says exactly what it is, agreed on by almost every country there is. Follow a single crate. It leaves a factory, and before it can cross any border, someone must classify it and assign it the correct code. That code is written on its customs paperwork, and it is the code, not the object, that the border actually reads. The officer may never open the box at all. The number tells them what it is, what rules apply, and, crucially, what it will cost. Because here is what that number really controls. Each code carries a tariff, the tax a country charges to let that category of thing across its border, and those tariffs vary wildly. So the very same physical object, classified under one code or a slightly different one, can cost dramatically more or less to import. The number is not a label, it is a price. And this is where it gets far stranger than you would ever guess. Because so much money rides on which number a thing gets, companies fight in court for years over classification. In a famous case decided in 2003, a toy company argued that its X-Men action figures were not dolls but toys, because dolls, under the code, must represent human beings, and mutants, they claimed, are not human. They won. The lower tariff was worth a fortune. A court genuinely ruled on whether the X-Men are people. And it is not a one-off. Is a burrito a sandwich? Is a Santa costume a festive article or ordinary clothing? A Converse, meanwhile, has been fought over as a shoe versus a slipper. Each question sounds silly, and each is worth millions because the answer chooses the code and the code chooses the tax. An entire quiet industry of experts exists purely to argue about what things are. Sit with the reach of it. This single shared catalog underlies the taxation of essentially all the world's trade, trillions of dollars of goods every year, every one of them sorted into a numbered box. It is one of the most consequential filing systems ever built, and it runs so silently that the people paying for it, which is all of us, have never once heard its name. And because the number sets the price, it is also a weapon. When countries fight trade wars, what they are really doing is reaching into this catalog and raising the tariff on specific codes, taxing steel or chips or cars by choosing which numbers to punish. The dry list of product codes is, quietly, one of the main levers of modern geopolitics. Whole industries rise and fall on which digits get taxed. Which is the strange truth under the price of everything imported. Before a thing can cross the world, it must first be turned into a number, and that number, argued over by officials and by courts, decides what it costs to arrive. We think we trade in objects. We really trade in codes. So the next time you buy something made on the far side of the world, remember the invisible number it wore to reach you. Not a price, but a classification, chosen from a global catalog that quietly set the tax on its entire journey. Every object crossing a border is secretly a number, and that number decides what it costs the world to move it. That is the thing I promised you would see, and now you cannot unsee it on any shelf.